Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of Intuitive Angling. And man, thanks for swinging by the channel and spending some of your day with me. Really appreciate that. And guys, today I want to talk about something that it's sort of one of my pet peeves in the sport, something that really bothers me, and it's really been bothering me more and more over the last couple of years. And that is the increasing income disparity among bass anglers out there that give anglers that are more financially well off a huge advantage over the anglers out there that just struggle to put food on the table. So I want to talk about that a little bit today and sort of give everybody sort of my advice on the thing, how we can get beyond that, because I don't think most, I don't know for everybody, but most people would probably agree that if you're fishing, especially like in a competitive situation, that the amount of money that you have should not influence an advantage or a disadvantage, because it doesn't in any other sport. It's like if you play basketball or football or, or anything like that, it doesn't have anything to do with it. It all has to do with your passion and your skill and your determination and, how much, effort you put into it. So we're going to get into that in today's episode. Also, guys, I know at the time to film this video, first part of November, everybody's got the holidays on their mind, getting, gift ideas. I just like to invite everybody to please swing by and check out my Tackle Warehouse link in the description of this video. If you're looking for some Christmas presents for some people that like to fish, using that Tackle Warehouse link of mine is a great way to get you some good stuff and help the channel out. Every time you use that link, the channel gets a small percentage of the commission on anything you buy, so that's much appreciated. And also, guys, thank you very much for everybody that's taken time to hit the subscribe button here to Intuitive Angling. If you don't want to spend any money to help the channel out and you want to really help the channel, by subscribing to the channel, sharing the videos, liking the videos, hitting that like button, really good way to help out, so really appreciate that. Okay, this goes to everything. I mean, it probably has a bigger impact on competitive angling, tournament angling than anything else. But out of all the years that I've been fishing so far, bass fishing, I have never seen in my life the increasing income disparity amongst bass anglers. Now, it's not just bass angling. We see this in every walk of life. Everybody has seen the last 10 years that the billionaire class in the world and in the United States has just exploded, while everybody else has stagnated or went backwards. It's like in 2025, that's if there's one theme that we have in 2025, it's like the year of the billionaires. Billionaires are, they're getting all the tax breaks, they're getting all the perks, and everybody else is sort of getting thrown under the bus with that. So it's a fundamental screwed up reality in our system today, because when you have powers that be that perpetuate and help out the billionaire class and the wealthier people, that does not serve society whatsoever. Anytime that's happened in the society, it's caused society to crumble. And you can equate that over into fishing too, because here's what we have right now. It's like with the advent of advancing sonar technology, this is one of the things that has really exploded the income disparity. Because right now, a lot of these guys out there have got $50,000 worth of electronics on their boat. Not only $50,000 of electronics, but they've got a $100,000 bass boat. They got a $100,000 truck to pull it with. They got all the rod and reels and tackle they could possibly want, anything they want. That's one type of angler. And then maybe in the same tournament, you've got some other dude out there that's got a 25-year-old junky boat, and they've got two little 7-inch 2D sonars on their boat, and they've got some beat up rod and reels, and they're in the same event, the same tournament. And I've used it. Let me refer back to this analogy, because I've used it before, but it demonstrates perfectly what I'm talking about. I was at a Bassmaster invitational down at Louisville Lake a few years ago. This was the last day of practice, and I was pulling my boat out of the water. And when I pulled my boat out of the water to get my boat tied down for the next day, there was another guy in front of me, and this rig was unbelievable. It was one of those, a brand new F-250 Ford pickup. It had like the lights on it. It had a custom lift kit. It had custom wheels. It had the winch. It had the grill guard on it. It was freaking pimped out. No doubt this truck was well over $100,000. and it had a brand new Ranger, like a 21-foot Ranger. The thing looked like it had just come off the showroom. It had 6 graphs on it. It had 3 graphs up front. Excuse me. It had 3 on the console, power poles. This boat was probably, no doubt, it was probably $140,000-$150,000 boat. And this dude jumps out of the truck, guys, and he looks like he wasn't even shaven yet. He looked like he was 18 years old, right out of high school. And I'm like, God dang, how does somebody 18 years old gets that kind of money, which 99% of the time is family money. And then, so I pulled around him and I started, driving out of the park there. And as I was driving out of the park, there was guys camping there, and there was another guy in the tournament, because I'd seen him, out on the lake, and he had it looked like about a 1995 model pickup truck, and his boat was like some type of off-brand Challenger. It looked like about a 30-year-old boat, and he had 2 little flashers on it. Like, these flashers were like this big, not flashers, but 2D sonar, like LCD units, like one on the console, one up front, and it's just a junky looking boat, and he was in the tournament. So it got me thinking, it's about, that isn't right. It's like, you got this one guy here that has got, very modest, very old equipment, trying to compete against this guy that's got freaking a rocket ship out there. And that's what we've seen a lot in this industry, as far as this growing income disparity that the sport has created. And it's even been exacerbated by the fact that now a lot of the top level tours, they're $5,000 to $6,000 entry fees. The equipment, everything's going up. All these stupid tariffs that we got now that are nothing more than taxes on the consumers are causing products to even go up even more. So as these stupid tariffs kick in and take effect more and more next year, you're going to see this income disparity even grow even more. Okay, so what do we do about it? The only thing that you can do about this, you have to approach it like a lot of stuff within the sport, from the top down, and it has to be changed incrementally through the tournament rules and tournament organizations making those changes. Right now, the tournament organizations, you guys know how hard I've been on them, and this is one example. They have allowed this income disparity to explode because they have not put equipment limitations on the boats. Here's how you do it. This is how you level the playing field a little bit more than what it is now. You reduce the size of the boat. Nobody is allowed a boat over 20 foot long. You're limited to 150 horsepower outboard. You're limited to one 2-dimensional sonar GPS unit on your console. You're limited to 1 up front, so you've only got 2 units. Since these are not forward-facing sonar, no down imaging GPS, no side imaging, down imaging, your units now are probably under $1,000. So you got that, and then also you're limited to 6 rod and reels in the boat, and then some type of a tackle box limitation. So you have equipment limitations that are put on the competitive anglers in an effort to neutralize this financial disparity and this income gap that we have. Excuse me. That's how you initially, fix this problem. But right now, it's just a free-for-all. It's like, if you want to spend $10 million on your rig and, have 300 rod and reels, you're allowed to do that. So it's another example about how the tournament organizations have got to take a lead, got to start being the adults in the room, and start putting some regulations in place where we can get away from this road that we're headed down right now with this income disparity. But like I said, it just makes me sick, guys, because I get a lot of comments from people out there that do not have much money. And one of the recurring themes I get is people that are young, like people that are 17 to 25 years old, that simply don't have the money to compete. They want to compete. They've got the desire and the passion and the skills, but they don't feel like they can compete because they simply don't have the money for it. And another story I've told before, which is I'll reiterate here because it's a great example, is there was this one 17-year-old kid. This has been about 5 years ago. He was texting me all the time, and he wanted to be a pro fisherman worse than anything else, but his dad had passed away or moved away or something. He didn't have a dad. His mom was a just a single family parent. His mom had just an average job, and they didn't have any money. He couldn't afford a boat. He only had 2 or 3 rod and reels. And here you got this kid that is like, he knew everything about fishing. He knew who every pro was. He'd read every tournament result, and he simply did not have the money. And then you've got the other situation, like that kid I told you about at Louisville Lake that has got unlimited funds. Somebody explained to me how that is right. That's not right. And until tournament organizations start putting the brakes on all this stuff, this financial division and financial inequity is going to continue in our sport. So anyway, guys, throw me some comments. Let me know what you guys think about it. Again, I really appreciate you tuning into the channel, and we'll talk later.